Welcome to part 2 of our science fiction alien Zentangle journey. We're going to learn our second tangle that will go into our final composition, and it's called Binx. So let's get started drawing. Binx is just another interesting tangle that I thought had a science fiction-y or alien look to it. So we're going to use it and learn it right now. So we created an initial little black dot, and then I created a circle that connects to both sides of that black dot. I'll draw a couple lines now that will help to give the impression of a dimension or a shape, and then I'm just going to draw some little half moon shapes underneath that, and each one is going to get a little bit smaller and curve slightly to one side or the other. Doesn't matter which, and you can even curve back and forth if you'd like. But we want to just create a shape that gets smaller as we go down. And let's create a couple more of these. So another black dot. Think of this, I guess, like the lid on this little shape. And then we're creating a little cone, or if you want to think of it as a little tornado, I guess that's fine too. Whatever helps your imagination picture how you'd like to connect and draw these pieces together, we're just going to do that. In this case, I drew the circle first, and I'll just draw the dot next. It doesn't matter which comes first in this case. It's just a matter of getting that initial shape where you'd like it to be. It almost looks like an acorn if we were to stop right there. Just creating a little segmented body on this thing as we guide it across the page where we want it to go. And of course they can go behind each other as well. That's totally fine. Let's create one up here. Show you what I mean. And now we'll just curve this one so that it goes in behind this other one that we've already drawn. And we do that by just drawing behind. When we get to that shape, we just draw behind it or imagine where that would be. Just like that. And let's do one more right here. Do another one that's drawn behind. This helps to create the illusion of depth with some of the objects closer to us and some of them further away. Now in some variations of this you can add stems if you wanted this to be a standing plant, but in my little world right now as I'm creating, these are things that float or fly in the air. So I'm not going to connect them with a tether of any kind, but let's add a little bit of shading. So we're going to add, in this case, I'm going to add some shading, graphite, along one edge here. And maybe also around the top there, which will spread this out, this graphite, and it will give us the little better impression of dimension and shape rather than just looking flat. Now I've chosen to create the shadow on the same side of all the shapes. That's not required, of course. You can shade these any way you'd like. This is just one possibility, one suggestion. I'm using a mechanical pencil here too. You can use any pencil. I typically use just a standard pencil, but I happen to have my mechanical pencil here with me today. So that's the one I'm using. It has a nice fine tip on it as well, which makes it nice for being precise or more precise. All right, now we'll take our tortillon and disperse that graphite a little bit. Almost, if I did this just so, we could almost make these look metallic, like these are little sections of metal, you know, like a very shiny metal or a steel. We could just add a little bit of like a reflective shine going down here. We'll disperse that too, but let's just see what that looks like. So there we go. It makes it a little more like a metallic instead of an organic look. At least you can sort of envision that. Well, there we go. That's the Tangle for part 2. Binx.